Well, are you prepared to tell the truth today?
Yeah, of course I am.
Why is that?
Because that's what it's all about. This is the last interview. The last picture show.
Does your word mean anything?
Don't question me about my bloody well word. That's all I'm saying to you. That's it. 4 is all you're getting, and that's it. 4, that's it.
Hello again now everybody, what's good? It's me, it's Ted, it's another episode from Blood Ted Talks. Now first of all, thank you very much for clicking on the video. And secondly, this video is Chopper Read, and it's his final interview. And I think it was on 60 Minutes in 2013. So I've been asked in the past to react to some Chopper Read. And then in the comments for that one, somebody suggested this. So yeah, I'm going to get on with it. It's quite a long one, so I'm going to do it in the different parts. So this is part 1. So yeah, make sure you subscribe for part 2 and 3 and 4, etc. However many parts it may be. So yeah, let's go.
This past week, there have been many send-offs for Mark Chopper Read. Through his stage shows, his books and a very successful feature film, he became Australia's favourite crook. But for all the mythology around Chopper, the truth is what he did in his lifetime was monstrous. Just 16 days...
All right, so just to begin with, what she said there about Chopper Read became Australia's favourite crook. And then she went on to say about the monstrous things that he did. So I'm guessing it's very similar to, in the UK we had, there were 2 twin brothers called the Crays. If you're from the UK, you know who I'm talking about already. If you're watching this from Australia, you may not know of them, although you may have seen the movies. But there were 2 twin brothers, and they ran, I think, most of London, but I think, were they from the East London or South London? And they were seen as heroes amongst many. But if you look into their history and the things that he did, they did some absolutely horrendous things. But they were built up through movies and things like this, to be heroes, and people loved them. It was quite strange when you break it down. So is it a similar kind of thing with Chopper Read? The people put aside the things that he's done because he's a charismatic guy.
Days before he died, I sat down with Mark Brandon Read for his last ever interview. It quickly became a confessional in which he admitted in graphic detail to murdering 4 men. Beyond the brutal killings, what made his admissions so chilling was his flippancy and his utter lack of remorse. The language is coarse, the subject matter confronting, just like the man himself.
Ain't no people just like there. Nice people there. The Stanley Bay there.
Mark Chopper Read dished out and survived a lot of violence in his life.
Bullet hole back there.
His body is like a roadmap to hell and back. But suffering stage 4 liver cancer, he knows he's on a one-way journey.
Can you see that in the camera? That's the tumour. Look at that. That's a pretty big tumour, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a big tumour.
Look at the size of the bastard. Oh,
Is that one thing you are frightened of?
Well, I don't like the look of it. I don't like the look of it. It's growing in my guts. I don't like the look of it.
You need a hand up.
Oh, yeah.
Emotionally, how are you coping with the thought of dying?
Oh, I don't.
No matter what a person's done, obviously, SCX offenders, they can all get the bin or whatever, but, it's hard not to feel sorry for them when you see them like this. So yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, having that effect, it's, we're all humans at the end of the day, so yeah, it is still quite hard seeing another human in this condition.
It doesn't even hit me emotionally. It hasn't even. I don't even. I haven't thought of dying. I don't think of laying in the grave and what's going on here. I'd like to come back and see what all the fuss is going to be after I'm dead. Read a few of the papers and watch a few of the TV shows and listen to a few of the arty-farty debates. you know, that are going to be on after I'm dead. Was he or wasn't he a good writer? Was he or wasn't he a good artist? Was he or wasn't he a good singer?
Do you think there'll be a debate about whether you were a good or bad man?
Oh, yeah, be a debate about that, yeah.
Is that debatable?
Oh, I suppose it's debatable, yeah.
Step into an unforgettable year with a VIP, a very important postcode. Because in People's Postcode Lottery's February draws, play...
There could be no more fitting place than Melbourne's Pentridge Prison for Chopper Reed's final interview. Now closed, Chopper spent nearly 20 years of his life inside these penitentiary walls.
You know, going back to what I was saying there about being debatable, I guess after his last spell in prison, and he's gone clean, and he's repented for his sins, and I guess do you forgive him in the situation? Is it still debatable whether he's a good or bad person? I guess everybody's changed. Everybody is capable of changing. Should I say? Everybody should be given that chance to change and rehabilitate. And I think in his late years he did. Like, he turned to the art, and I think, was he writing books? And he said he was singing there. Like, I didn't know he sang as well. I'm gonna have to look out for that.
So, weeks from death, it was here he decided to finally come clean on a crime he has never been convicted of: murder. Tonight, he's admitting to 4 homicides. Well, are you prepared to tell the truth today?
Yeah, of course I am.
Why is that?
Because that's what it's all about. This is the last interview. The last picture show.
Does your word mean anything?
Don't question me about my bloody well word. That's all I'm saying to you. That's it. 4 is all you're getting, and that's it. 4, that's it. That's it. I haven't killed any more than that. And don't try to make out that I have.
I guess the point is, you have said in the past, you put a television camera in the room and you'll lie your head off.
Oh, yeah, of course I am. Yeah. Right. But I'm telling the truth now.
So, Mark, what happened to Desi Costello?
Well, Desi Costello was standing here. He was here.
Yeah.
And, you're a fucking imbecile, Des, you know. You gotta get it, you know. You're a fucking imbecile. Fucking whack, bang.
Outside the Leinster Arms Hotel in Collingwood, Chopper is taking me through this bizarre reenactment of a murder 42 years ago.
Come on, put your fucking hand up.
Right, this one?
Yeah, you fucking, and then he went like that.
Right. It was an organised hit on Union heavy Desmond Costello. Chopper Reed was just 17 years of age, and this was his first murder. Who was this bloke?
Painter and docker. Yeah.
What was your involvement in his murder?
I was just the bloke that killed him.
Do you even remember why he had to die?
No, I can't really tell you why. I haven't got the faintest idea. I'm trying to think of something why. I haven't got the faintest or remotest idea why. You start to get into the land of, really, I don't really, why? I don't know why, and as I sit here now, I couldn't care less. I mean, why?
And that's the thing there. So, was he a hitman? Did he do these jobs for money? It changes things. I guess, like, I'm not saying that I want to go and kill people, but you can kind of understand if somebody's come for your family or your life's threatened, how you can be capable of these things. But to be able to, to do it for money, so not out of temper. It's a very different thing to be able to just switch your mind to that place and go and take another life like that. Just for money. Not everybody's got that mentality. Probably 1 in a million. But I wonder what effect it has on Chopper. Or if it did have an effect on him.
Did why ever matter to you?
Why? It had nothing to do with it.
Did he see it coming?
Well, no, he didn't really see it coming, no. He didn't believe it was going to come, not from me. I was only a young kid. I was only 17 years old.
When you were about to shoot him, what did he say?
When I pulled the gun out, he said, fuck off. You know? He said, what are you going to do with that, chopper? I said, what do you think? And he said, get fucked, go away. He said, I'll smack you in the mouth. I'll take it off you and jam it up your ass, all that sort of stuff, you know? And so I just shot him. And he started to insult me, you know?
But you were going to shoot him anyway, weren't
Well,
you?
yeah, but he was getting insulting, you know, saying that I wouldn't shoot him and he'd take the gun off me and stick it up my bum and all sorts of stuff, you know?
Wait, before you hit that button, let me hit this one. Join and get a welcome bonus up to 150.
The pub's keg cellar became Des Costello's temporary tomb.
Down he's gone.
When you threw... Why are you laughing?
Down he goes.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
And you thought he was dead?
Yeah. Dead as a doornail as far as I was concerned.
But he wasn't, was he?
Well, the next morning he was still a bit of a cackle.
So what did you do then?
Step on his fucking throat. We just fucking went like that. Just took a bloody, just a bit of a. That's all it took.
Did you know that you had that in you then?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah.
Blasé and...
Wow, so Desmond didn't even die. Desmond survived till the next morning and he's had to go and finish a job. Like, imagine coming in hearing like a voice. It's like Breaking Bad, where they've got to finish a guy in the basement.
brutal, the 17-year-old chopper and an accomplice carried the body of Desmond Costello a few blocks to dump it here, in the shadow of what locals call...
They carried it, like just carried it.
the Collingwood Shot Tower. Police found his body, they just never found his murderer. Were you surprised that you got away with it?
No,
Why?
there's no one around. No. This is 5:30 in the bloody, whatever it was, morning in 1971 in Collingwood.
So you don't think anyone saw you?
Well, if they did see us, they turned their head quickly and went the other way.
So what turned 17-year-old Chopper Reed into a killer, the son of a soldier and a religious mother? As a young boy, he was sexually assaulted, later teased and beaten up at school, spent time in foster care, and was even committed to psychiatric hospitals. What do you reckon has made you who you are, Mark?
I don't know.
But do you think that anything in your past, the fact that you yourself were attacked as a 5-year-old or 6-year-old and raped, do you think, the fact that you were in an orphanage for a time, do you think the fact that your dad loved guns and you described him as mad, do you think that shaped you?
I've never stopped to analyse I've never stopped to analyse it. I've never dwelled on it or given it any great thought. What makes me tick? It amuses me when other people say, "Oh, I know you." Why is that? "Oh, I've spent so much time with you. I know you." We don't know what makes anyone tick. Everyone's a mystery to everyone, and everyone is a mystery to themselves, I believe.
But the violence...
Yeah, it's true. So anything that he has gone through in his younger days, obviously it's going to have an effect on him. It doesn't necessarily make someone a psychopath or a killer like that. You've got to have something like that in you in the first place. It just so happens that these other things become a trigger for that. But yeah, it's not, you can't necessarily look at the situation and say, right, that's what did it. Although it is likely that, that's had a huge effect on it. But yeah, you don't always know what the situation is.
And
What violence?
the absolute fascination with guns. Where did that come from?
What violence? There's no violence in shooting someone. There's no violence. There's no blood spurting out all over the kitchen and
Yeah,
There's
but
no-
you've told me you've probably stabbed up to a dozen people. You've jumped on people's heads. You've done. I mean, you're violent, Mark.
No, oh God, there's violence and then there's violence. I mean,
Only weeks before his death, Chopper still had the energy to theatrically make his chilling point.
Is that camera following me? You put the mouth on the side of the gutter there, and you get them to open their mouth along the edge of the gutter. And you stand back and you go, smash to the back of the head, right on the edge of the gutter. Bang, that's violent.
Yeah, there's a film, American History X, and there's a scene where that happens, and it's horrific. If he was doing that to people, it's painful.
That's right. You start seeing the blood roll out, that's violent. That's an act of violence. And you're starting on an act of violence there. That's getting towards an act of violence, in my book.
Coming up,
My enemy didn't even like being in jail. I loved it.
Chopper's life on the inside.
Got the ear like that and he's gone. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm trying to be gentle, mate.
And justice, Chopper style.
It was up to me to kill him.
That's next on 60 Minutes.
Right, so yeah, so hit that subscribe button, and I'm going to watch out for the next one, part 2. So yeah, very interesting. It's very interesting to see into the mind of Chopper. This is his final interview. So he says, you know, he's going to admit to the 4 murders that he done. Did he get convicted for any of those murders? Does anybody know in the comments? You know, what were his convictions with the murders? I know he didn't spend his life in prison, so, you know, I'm not sure that they were. And I imagine he's definitely not been done for 4 murders, because you wouldn't ever see the light of day again. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to call it a video. So thank you very much for watching. Like I said before, make sure you subscribe, ready for the next one. Hit that like button, hit the share button, and don't forget to watch another video that I'll link at the end. All this helps with the algorithm. It pushes the videos out to more and more people. So yeah, it's been me, Ted. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all later.